Welcome to sunny Aberdeenshire, where the snow or rain never stops. We had 2 weeks of snow at the start of January, and then we had 2-3 weeks of just solid rain, and now it's back to snow. But this time with the snow, I've got a plan. I've been buying things, and this is what I've bought. We got a snow plough. Now, I was trying to buy a snow plough that would fit on the front of the tractor, on like the Euro hitch on the front of the loader, but that didn't happen. So instead, I found a slightly cheaper 3-point hitch, which does have a problem in that the tractor's only got a 3-point hitch on the back, which means I need to go in reverse. But I've only just got the hang of going forward, so now I need to figure out going backwards. I got this a week ago, but I haven't had a chance to try it. I thought, it's only rain, we're not going to have snow again for a while, so I'll get around to it on weekend. And wake up this morning and it's back to snow. So yeah, I guess I need to try this. Now, when the snow plough got dropped off, the guy brought it down on a trailer. He helped me help him with the tractor to lift it off, which all went well. I need to bring the tractor in, reverse it into here, and then give it a go. I'm probably going to take the front bucket off just to give me a bit more space. I was sort of done with the snow. It was fun. The first few weeks it was great. We were out a lot playing. Noah was loving it. But then once it's gone, I realised, life is a bit easier without snow. Although it turned into rain, which was just as tricky. Let's just have a quick look up here at the horses. Hello, horsies. They're actually pretty resilient. I thought, considering they've come from Malta in the sun, I thought they'd hate it. We've done lots of drain unblocking up here, so these are actually all draining now. This whole yard was under inches and inches of water where it was all getting backed up, but these are all flowing now. I'm getting quite good at my poo pile bucketing up and tidying that up for Beth. Right, let's get her out. Oh. There she is. Let's see what we've got. So, 3-point hitch. I haven't used it before. I've really got no idea how it works. I know there's an up and down, and apparently for this I need a pair of balls. Oh, gold. Let's go have a look. It's a bit dark down here. I think these go in there, and yeah, they go in there, and then pins must go through there. These ones, I guess. That's through there. Well, I've got 2 of those. I've got that one, and I've got that one. So do you reckon that's it? Is that all we need? I think, maybe. I don't know. We'll take those and see what happens. We'll get the bucket off somewhere sensible-ish. I don't know. Oh, it is so cold. Ugh. Right, come on, start. There we go. So what I'm gonna do is we go, we'll turn round, come back, and we will put the bucket round the side of the shed. Right. This is going to go just here. Got to remember how this works now. Right. I think, yeah, you're off. Fold that right in. Side steams up as much as the okay. So that is not going to work. So this is what we are aiming for. No, too much the other way. Now we're lined up. What has to happen? This is 3-point Hitch, I think. Nothing moved when I did that. Oh. Oh, clicking that, brought it up. I've got no idea. That's lowering it down. Not doing much. Pulling that all the way back, brought it up. Pushing that down. Oh, it is moving. Okay, moving. I have got some buttons here. Do they do that as well? Still going down. Okay, so the balls come in here, the pins go through. I got that. Oh, I need another pin for here, aren't I? For this to go in. I assume I untouch that. And I think I also need to, yeah, this is why I really, this needs to come in here. That pin there, through there. Down needs some weight on it. Right. Okay, that's down as far as it goes. Right, I need another pin though, don't I, for this top. Let's go find that. Looking for a third pin, which we have here, I guess. What the hell do you use? So none of these are big enough. This is a bit of a pain. I'm not even sure if that's right. I feel like it shouldn't be all floppy like that. Another one like this. Don't I? That's what I need. go. Okay, so this isn't going to work because I don't have a pin for the top. Not sure what to do. I'm not sure if I use the pin. If I use the pin from the bottom, the side to side one, I can maybe move it out. It's going to go on there. Right down. Clear a snow work area. And then what I'm going to do is leave this unconnected down there. Just use this pin up here to try connect it up to the top. So how the hell do I do this? Pull this out. Okay. Isn't too hard. What is meant to go on here? I think you're probably meant to have even thread that side and that side maybe. But no. If I that one's not good. Okay. It's sort of lined up. Incredibly slowly. Yeah, I see why these buttons are quite handy now. I'll pull this that way, come down. That way, come down. Yep, maybe another inch, just slightly. Okay, so after a bit of swearing, I've got that connected there. And I've got that connected there. I had to really loosen that up out. How do I now get that lined up? Okay, to stop it whipping around, I've just very delicately put a non-fitting pin in there. So, I don't know, let's see what happens when we go up. Okay. I mean, it's up in the air, which is something. So I guess we'll try and move it forward. Well, it's attached, which I'm quite surprised about. I probably shouldn't try this, but I'm going to. I'm just intrigued to see what happens if I go backwards. I mean, I think that always counts as snow plowing. I mean, that is very jankily attached. But I mean, yeah, it works. I just need to find the right pins, I guess. Yeah. That comes up quick. Okay, we're parked up. And it even fits in with the plough. And I thought, makes sense driving forward, because if there's a load of snow here, I can just plough straight out of the garage. I mean, it looks kind of cool. But yeah, I think we need... So this pin here, that's the one from down there. Oh no, maybe this one is actually. No. Yeah, that pin there is the one that is actually there. They, I think, probably need better fitting ones. And there. And then put that pin back in here. But when it worked, I made it go up, made it go down. Haven't quite figured out the limits. Yeah, I think it would do the job. Do you work? It's moved snow, which I think counts as snow ploughing. There we go. Next morning, and my microphone isn't working. I struggle with that when I'm half asleep. So last night I managed to go to a local shop a few miles down the road, CT Scott, and they've pretty much got anything and everything I ever want. So I managed to get the new pins that I needed, and also a couple of spare new balls as well, because I'm guaranteed to lose some. So we've got, they're the pins for the bottom two arms, and then that's actually the existing pin that is for the snowplough angle attachment, meant to go in there rather than the temporary one that I put in yesterday. And then that's the pin for the top, which is actually, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch bigger than the bottoms, which I hadn't realised before I got to the shop. So you've got a new ball, new pin. This sits in there and comes down. Then this pin is coming through and getting pinned. I'm going to get that in now. Okay, so that is the first one in. The top link and through. Not sure which to go for. Let's go for the top for now. I'll put a bit of lithium grease, just because I quite like it. And hopefully this comes up. Goes through there. Job's a good one. Top link in. Right. What I want now is get this one out. Here. But I think all the weight's on that one at the moment, which is a pain. If I tighten up the top link, it should put it up slightly, I think. I can also do this one as well. So I just realised to get this one in, I had to undo the top link. So you definitely only do the top link after you've done the bottom two, because once you do that, that locks everything sort of in place. So you can't wiggle this up and down to get it to line up. Hopefully in the future, I can just park up, put some sticks underneath, just undo, leave the ball in here, and then I should just be able to drive in, reverse up, click it in theory. But for now, just where it is, I couldn't do that, so I needed to manually shift that up and down, which meant top link had to be undone. And then in terms of this, you can see we're now moving the plough around at that angle because this is getting longer. We've now got plough at an angle like that. But what we've realised is the left hand side looking from the back towards the plough is about an inch off the ground, whereas over on the right hand side we are touching the ground, so we're not parallel to the horizontal. So I started looking on the left and thinking, right, there must be something in this arm that I can lengthen to bring it down to the ground, but nothing. So I went away just before this and looked at the manual, and it turns out the adjustment is only on the right hand arm, so you can only bring that up and bring that down, which makes sense. So the right hand side I need to bring up to lift that right hand side up, so we are level in that horizontal plane. So something else that I learnt from reading the manual is you can actually adjust this little plate here to change those bottom arms to be in float mode or locked mode, because I've noticed that it doesn't always sit on the ground, so by rotating those around you can float along. So I've managed to get the pin and plate out on one side, and I'm trying to figure out exactly what to do, but I've realised I need to push the pin all the way out on that side. My microphone cable getting in the way there. So if I can push that out all the way, there we go, I can rotate it round, and then it kind of slides into that track, and that means that bottom arm has got some play up and down, allowing that plough to float over the ground. So meaning that if there's a bit of a lump up or a little bump down, the plough can ride up and down into it rather than staying totally fixed in the up and down to the tractor. So put the plate back on the other side, and that side is good. Now I actually had to take the pin out at that bottom, because without that pin out I couldn't move. Okay, so the other side is back on, they're adjusted. So to get this one out here, so it's solid, this needs to float, so this needs to come off. There we go, it's out the way. Untangle from the wires. Now we can float, that can come out, rotate that round. It's back in there, this piece, and there, this, now in, and then just need a screwdriver, open that up, secure it in. So now that I've played with this, it does just rotate nice and easy, but doing that is lowering it down. This is bringing this side up, and what I needed to do was bring this side up, but I think it was already at its maximum. However, sticking both of those bottoms into float means we are pretty much on the floor now on both sides. So hopefully, if we give it a go, we'll be on the ground. Cab, there are a few other things I found out. So this changes how it does things. So I can't remember what, but I think 5 basically keeps the amount of force the same. So if you were ploughing and it really started digging in and hard work, it would raise it up so it felt the same. Whereas 1, in theory, shouldn't do that, it should be the complete opposite. And now it said a combination of 1 with this now all the way forward should kind of be float mode in here. And I also found out there's a flick up. So I think the right changes the speed of the 3-point hitch coming up and down. And then this one, I think, what was the other one? speed, and is that the maximum? Can't remember. We'll have a go in a minute. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. Hey, well, that has cleared some snow. Let's come up slightly. Well, I am in quite a dip that I'm going to get out of first. There we go. That is a pile of snow. A little pile of snow, but it's a good practice. So, I think what I'm going to try and do is push snow might try and reverse and push snow up that way and then collect it all up there basically towards the garage. Try and keep as much space here as possible clear. I think, let's see how we go. Obviously this bit really doesn't need doing, but it's good practice. The tip I've had is to make it as wide as possible. So I'm just going onto the bank, I think. Oh, that's me steering the wrong way when reversing. Definitely pushing snow. There is snow. We like it. I always end up cutting that corner. Did in the snow last time. Totally cut the corner. Up snow. It's not sliding off as much as I thought it would, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, so I think that's us done for ploughing this time. It's been interesting. I've learned how to use the 3-point hitch. I've learned how to move a plough around. I've done a bit of practice reversing. It took a while. It took a bit longer than I thought it was going to, but I think we got there. Since doing this, I've had a few more goes, there's been some more snowfall, and it's got better. I've played with the level, the horizontal level, and the angle back and forward, and doing that, I'm getting better results.